Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time doing another Disney film review, and this one is on Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure. Now, as you know, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure was a 2009 animated fantasy adventure film, which of course was meant to be the second entry in the whole Disney fairy series, and obviously trying to still ride on the success of the first film, Tinkerbell. And the best way I can see where Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure is trying to go for is going with this another adventure-like storyline, but also telling another hard truth moral about trying to keep things under control, also not bottling up your emotions, and understand how it affects, hurts, or pushes others away. We kind of see how Tinkerbell is tasked by Queen Clarion, Fairy Mary, and the Minister of Autumn to make a special scepter for a special moonstone, which of course that that obviously after every 8 years during the autumn event helps kind of get some special blue pixie dust. And of course, we see how Tinkerbell has to do everything that she can to make the scepter, and you can tell right away Terence does try to do what he can to help Tinkerbell, but with everything going on, Tinkerbell's fatal flaw is always her fiery temper that not only gets her into trouble, but it makes it clear that obviously bottling up your emotions and letting your emotions get the better of you can also put you in a dangerous situation. And after something that happens with the whole scepter as well as the sort of moonstone, we kind of see right away Tinkerbell tries to obviously correct her mistakes and tries to kind of make sure nobody finds out what happened to the scepter. And I think really Mae Whitman does a good job in showing just how Tinkerbell can have a bit of a temper when left unchecked. And I think when she has to play a character who has to express emotions, she does the best way she can to show how they feel. Like obviously Katara showing a bit more of this more serious, non-sort of mother-like figure side. Also Shanti really kind of having to get easily frustrated or easily annoyed when she has to stick by the rules, but has to understand when they get broken. It's kind of like the same reason I can definitely see her playing Amy Rose in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. It's the same way I can definitely see her playing Alita 1's old self, Ariel 1. There is a way I think some actors and actresses can fit like a rug and can actually fit their voices perfectly. I think it's a shame that the other fairies that we do see from the first film don't really do as much. They're just there to either be emotional support and so on, but I think the worst offender was definitely making Vidya just there as a cameo appearance. It would have been nice to have shown her be a little more demoted and being a little more snarky and all that. And I think that what the writers were originally going to do was probably give Vidya in the role of Terrence and obviously having Tinkerbell and her being set to sort of make the scepter. It would add a bit more rivals becoming friends storyline. And I think it's a shame Vidya did kind of become waste potential in this film. And I kind of give the film credit, it's just showing how Queen Claria really does show a lot of respect, a lot of obviously seeing Tinkerbell on a high pedestal after the first film. She knows right away Tinkerbell has this gift of always trying to do what she can. She has that skill of trying to find any solution to a problem, and we kind of see how obviously even Fairy Mary has tactics of keeping herself under control and has to do the same with Tinkerbell. And Tinkerbell has to learn one crucial lesson that I think a lot of us had to learn. Not bottling up your emotions, not letting them get the better of you, and not letting them crowd your judgment, because acting on your emotions and letting them get the better of you is not only stupid, but it can also hurt, affect, or push others away if it's left unchecked. So I think to me, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure is an okay film. It's just there to still continue the whole Disney fairy film genre, but obviously knows what it has to do. Continue a story, continue the sort of character's next journey. Nothing big, nothing grand, just there to be on the top shelf. So it definitely deserves a thumbs up. Not bad, not the best, but still watchable nonetheless. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.